Hello, everybody, it's Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another video. So, today I want to show you guys everything that I ate in Cuba. Now, I think being Jamaican and being exposed to such amazing food, it makes us excellent food critics. So, today I'm going to review everything that I had and give a little rating for each. So, if you're interested in seeing that, please go ahead and stick around. Okay, guys, so this is me moments after leaving the airport. And when I tell you guys I was so hungry, believe me, I was. So I went to the restaurant that is right downstairs from my Airbnb. And when the food came, I was excited because I couldn't wait to try this. Now, when I say I was disappointed, I'm not going to lie. I was very disappointed. I did not like the fruits. I did not like the egg because I love omelets and I decided to get an omelet. But this was made with egg and bananas. Like, what? Now, the best thing was the crackers and that little cheese thing that you see there. Overall, I would rate this a 4 out of 10, and it's mostly because of the crackers and the cheese. I didn't like it. I was expecting a lot more because the restaurant seemed really nice and it had a really nice outdoor vibe. The restaurant itself is really nice, but the food just wasn't it. Now, after this late breakfast, I actually went to bed and then I woke up to the breakfast that was offered by my Airbnb. And when I tell you that this was so good, the fruits were fresh, they were so good, they were ripe and not overripe, but they were just perfect. We got some veggies, we got eggs, and we got bread. And the breakfast was pretty much the same every morning. So I just compiled videos from breakfast because it was the same. The only thing that we had that was a bit different was the presentation each morning and the juice. So we had different juices for majority of the morning. I remember we had mango, we had guava. I don't remember what else, but yeah, that was pretty much it. We also got coffee with breakfast. It was really nice, and I would rate this breakfast a 9.5 out of 10. It was really good. I enjoyed it each morning, and each morning it was equally good. So definitely love that. Now, on the second night of my stay, I decided to visit the restaurant now that was within my building and it was on the upper level. So the first one that I visited was downstairs. And this one now is the one upstairs. And when I tell you, I love this restaurant. It's really beautiful. I love the interior design of it. I love the views. I mean, look at that sunset. Look at it. Truly amazing. And then the service was incredible. We had great service and I had the best lemonade I've ever had in my life. It was so good. And it just set the tone for the rest of the trip. I kept asking for lemonade whenever I was out, trying to match up to that lemonade that I had, but I couldn't. It was, yeah. And then we also had Cuban pizza. Now, this pizza was extremely cheesy, really good. I'm not like a big fan of cheese pizza, but this was really good, very amazing. And this is more of the interior of the restaurant, and this is the little exterior part. It's really nice, really lovely. I would rate them a 10 out of 10. It was incredible. Now, later on, we were outside and persons were dancing. It was really a vibe. Now, in the craft market, I also tried coconut with this special spice. Now, If you're a child who grew up in Jamaica, you must have had coconut with sugar at some time in your life. This is different. It's a bit more spicy, tangy taste, but I liked it. I would give it a 7.5. So I also decided to do a revisit of Hotel Sevilla. I had visited previously in January 2020 and I really loved the aesthetics of this hotel. So I said, hey, let's go back. Now, the coffee is good, but I would give it 7 out of 10 just because it's not the traditional strong Cuban coffee that I have become accustomed to. I really liked it though because they serve it in these cute little cups and I got to look so fancy while enjoying my coffee and I really enjoyed that. Now, after coffee, we decided to walk and explore the city, but it started to rain. But it was a really nice moment being caught in the rain like that. Then we traveled to this literal hole in the wall restaurant. It was more of a corner shop vibe, but it was so affordable. And they only accepted Cuban pesos here. So we had some burgers and a Pepsi. It was a nice homely feel. Nobody spoke English. So it was just like survival mode, going into survival mode to go ahead and let them know what we wanted. But it was a really nice. It was the burgers were good. I would give it a 8 out of 10. The next day, I wanted to try some street food, so I got this, and it was not it. I really didn't like it. I couldn't even finish it. It was way too oily. I did not like it. I would give it about a 3 out of 10. It was really not it. After that horrible experience with the street food, we journeyed to El Guarajito. And when I tell you, I was just so loving the feel of the interior of this restaurant, I was just in awe. But I find that a lot with the restaurants in Cuba. They are so really well thought out. I actually went to this restaurant right here that had this pirate theme before going to El Guarajito, and I was loving it, but they didn't accept cards, so we ended up leaving. Now back to El Guarajito. Now it's really nice. The interior is really nice and it's well thought out. You can see that all the details were really well thought out. And also, even the outfits the waitress wore, they were so cute. So they had these little sailor hats and these white dresses that were so on theme. I really liked that as well. So all of that made me just eager to experience the food. Again, I decided to go ahead and get more lemonade and I decided to try some traditional Cuban chicken and with the rice, but I noticed from the photos when I was looking up the night before, like Cuban food, traditional Cuban food, the rice always looks so wet. And I was wondering, why is the rice so wet? That is because not the rice itself is wet, but the food is drenched in gravy. The lemonade now it was good, but it wasn't the lemonade that I had at the first restaurant that I visited. It just wasn't it, but it was good. It was good. Um, it wasn't bad. It was definitely good. I think I would give this lemonade. The lemonade itself would get a 7.5 because it was good. It wasn't bad. So it does get a passing grade as well. Um and I did enjoy it. I felt like it was too small, but it wasn't bad. And then with the food now, it was it was good. It wasn't it was well prepared. The seasoning is different from what I would have in Jamaica. The legs of the chicken were humongous though. Like I was wondering, is this actually turkey and not chicken? I'm like, what are they feeding these chickens in Cuba that we aren't feeding our chickens in Jamaica? I had to question. And this was the fish. I did not try the fish myself, but it was good. And we just got this separate dish for veggies, which was really nice. So overall, I would give the meal a 7.8 out of 10. I didn't like that it was drenched in gravy, but it wasn't bad. So, a quick recap. The best thing I had in Cuba was the lemonade and Cuban pizza at the restaurant Azucar Lounge. Up next was the breakfast that I had every single morning, courtesy of my Airbnb, which was truly amazing. Next, we have the burgers and Pepsi served at the Ache corner shop type restaurant. Next, the meal at El Guarajito, which was truly incredible. And we can't forget the coconut and spice at the craft market. Up next is the coffee at Hotel Sevilla. And on the lower end, it's the first morning breakfast. And the worst thing was the street food. But that's all we have time for today. Let me know what you think of my culinary experience. Until next time, stay safe.